Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. Maybe there is a way very simple to realize. Since you come or you read about it, so you must trust or the text, the témoignage, the scriptures, or the satsang where you go. Otherwise, what? So, it is said, in reality, my real nature makes me say, I am that. Absolutely undefined that. I just take it. And you know that whatever rises from here is mind. And you cannot trust the mind. The mind will go on changing suggestions, arguments, and whatnot, and experiences. So, even you see, I observed, if you say I am that to yourself, you may have this experience of a movement going inside towards the source. But if you investigate it enough, you know that even that movement is an illusion regarding the saying, because you always are that. So even that movement, you cannot trust. You never went away from what you are. So in that way, the race is in and out. Whatever arises, if you investigate, you will see it has a base somewhere. It's or the body feels so, or the emotions, or the mind thinks so. So you can locate from where it is touched or experienced. And you hear it again and again, that you cannot be what you describe. Who is then the describer? So there are many very good tricks, no? But surely we are haunted by this belief and wish and ideal to be transformed as a person into an enlightened one. That's a hard one. It will come, because I hear better.
Hi. Hello. Can the self become more obvious?
More obvious.
Obvious.
Yes, when you don't look at your mind, it's totally obvious.
The process of looking at the mind makes the self more obvious?
No. Maybe I didn't hear. No, the processes of looking at your mind looks like hiding who you are, and that's why you search for it. So I say, the obviousness comes the moment you don't look at your mind. Yeah? Or no? But then, what do you mean by obviousness? Do you expect a certain way to appear? If it is so, it's a suggestion of your mind again.
What we are trying to realize the truth, the I am.
Yeah.
How can we make the I am more obvious?
Yeah. I know. I will. I'm so sorry. Maybe I have to repeat that all my life, but it's when you don't look at your mind. And the mind can take so many shapes, you see, because the mind can experience enlightenment, can make you believe he knows what it is. Whatever was not there the moment before, and it appears, is the mind. So you, in this way, you will learn not to trust the mind, because it's not the mind who will help you here. Why? Because you are it before the mind is born. So
it's like ignoring the mind.
yes. Then where are you? Tell me. Who are you then? Don't search for it. Where you are to say that is what you are. But don't objectify it, otherwise it becomes mind again. You see the processes of the creation and manifestation?
Sorry?
You are as you are. The obviousness of being is unmanifested. And whenever it manifests, then it becomes a creation. So only an aspect of it. Huh? But you speak of obviousness. So if you want the obviousness, you have not to consider any rising thought, feeling, or sense. Just for a moment. You cannot make it a state. Just for split second. You are always that. The thing is that you want to search how it appears instead of I let go. I'm just you know. How it appears is this, all this. You can add creation and infinitely if you like. Tell me what's coming. It's good.
Would it be fair to say I have to disidentify from the activity of the mind?
No, it's too much effort. Then what do you do with the doer? Even if you disidentify, you are troubled by a doer now.
Maybe the doer is still there.
Yeah, but that's the trouble. He will trouble you.
Sorry?
He will trouble you, the doer.
Cover me.
Trouble.
Trouble.
Trouble. because his success, his achievements are always ephemeral, temporary.
That disidentification is temporary.
Yes. Why should you disidentify when you already are it? It's only a person who disidentify because it feels maybe better or so on in the life. But then you speak of transformation of somebody. Here in Satsang, we point out prior to the somebody, prior to the birth.
Is realization like shifting your identity from person to I am?
No. The realization is to realize it has always been here. But
I am that.
I am that, but my mind made me think differently. That is the
so it's
obviousness.
like a shift of identity.
No, there is
from
no shift.
False identity
There
to
is no shift. A shift happens to somebody. It's just a let go of a belief that the mind will present you enlightenment. Realization is not a sudden new experience, a sudden shift. No, there may be in the experience of someone an event like this, but you cannot take any event for what you are. Otherwise, you will say, I am enlightened, not always, or you will lie and say all the time, which is in this world impossible. For someone, I mean. Tell me more. It's a good time. What is unclear? Just now, if you stop searching in your mind what is unclear, what is it?
I am is there whether there is searching or no searching.
Yeah, sure.
I am is there.
Yes. Then what more do you want to know or realize?
It seems that there are moments when it's very palpable and
Sure.
like very like
I
am is
agree
very
with
strong.
you. Yes.
And that sometimes it's like somewhere I don't know
But
where it is.
Yeah, but then now I totally agree with you. In the life of someone who just didn't attach himself to the mind, it's obvious, it's palpable, it is obvious, okay? In the life, it's an experience of obviousness. That obviousness, since it happened, will give place to another happening which doesn't look that I am is concerned. Here it's about the life. Yeah? This is the life of the real enlightened one. Because he knows that this obviousness and non-obviousness is just the mind, the play of the mind, who is there or who is not there. But he knows, in fact, his real nature is the background of all that. And there is no doubt about it. No doubt, even when the obviousness looks like not there.
For me, it seems that when the discernment is applied, the obviousness come.
The
When the-
discernment is applied.
Yeah, when the discernment is applied into the experience of now, it kind of penetrates the illusion, and then there is the obviousness of.
Okay, but why you have to make why you have to make an effort? Actually, you are it, that you make effort or not, isn't it? Why should you make an effort? Maybe would you agree to change this sentence, your sentence, by I just want not to be concerned with this manifestation at once, Bas. So what you do, you just keep quiet in yourself, you don't look at your mind. So it's rather in the somebody of this life is visited, especially when he got a glimpse, by this love or this immense gratitude, or the knowing how precious it is, after all, to know who you are. That is the motor to have those moments of obviousness. Yeah? But you don't make effort, it's just. But look, if you are happy, if you don't search, you can express yourself as you like also. You are still searching?
Well, I'm enjoying the I amness, that vibration of I am.
Vibration.
But it feels like like a different frequency. The personal, like being in the mind, and that expansive peace.
You make it an experience.
Like Om.
You make it an experience. It's, for me, it doesn't matter at all. But if it troubles you, if you have a question why it is not permanent and all, then I will tell you it's because you make it already an experience of expansion, of ecstatic, amazing vibration and all that. It's not, that's aspects of it. It's not I am. It's not the pure I am.
Oh, so it's like a fragrance of I am.
Sorry?
It's like a fragrance of I am.
What?
Quality.
A quality. Yeah, it's a quality. Yeah. You know that?
Yeah, the quality of I am.
Mm.
It's like.
You said it's a vibration. It's a quality.
Yeah. I think that's how I know I'm in alignment with truth when.
But you are not in line. Who is there to be how you say? Unlined? In what I am? It is not I personal who is I am. It's because the language is such we cannot express differently. I am is not possessed by I.
Maybe the consciousness in this vehicle is sometimes expressing via distortion of ego, and sometimes consciousness is expressing pure I am without the...
In this person, everything is possible. Everything is possible. You can invent
But
infinite experiences.
sometimes the expression is pure without the person, just the I amness is expressing itself. And sometimes that expression gets corrupted by the ego, and then the
It cannot be corrupted. It cannot. No, sure. No. It cannot, and there is no ego. I erase that from our language. No ego. You think so. That is the poison. But there is nothing like ego. Everything is that. So forget about ego. Because if you have ego, you have to transform the ego, you have to drop the ego, you have this and that, and it is another path.
But can peace transform into chaos, or like is there illusion, let's say, not ego? Is there ignorance and illusion?
As long as we search, yes. And it's a way to teach, to give you a moment out of your concepts. So one says, all this as not a real substance. Some traditionally called it Maya illusion. To make you, to give you the opportunity of a split second of total liberation from your concepts and beliefs. Now, you see this world, an illusion. It exists, but it doesn't mean that its substance is permanent. It doesn't mean. So in that way, there's an illusion. But when you are free from beliefs, you don't see like that. Everything is that, but you profoundly, or I don't know what to say, know all this is ephemeral. It has no substance in itself. It has the substance of that, but as it is limited in name and form, it can disappear. It does disappear. It does die, and all that. So illusion is not a good word. It is a word sometimes very needed to teach, but it's not the truth. Before Shankaracharya, there was not this word. He invented that because he was a brilliant, genius teacher. But it's a mean to teach. Good luck, dear. It's funny because this morning while taking my tea, I had exactly that. Um, uh, all that exists, you know. If you say it's an illusion, then the mind say, well, it is an illusion. So it applies in that word that it doesn't exist. It's totally cuckoo concept. It exists. It exists. You know, for this reality, all this exists. But surely, with the investigation towards who you really are, your real nature, then it is seen that it is time and space, and that what you are is a background of all that. Mm? Yeah.
I don't have questions, or if they arise, but still I feel I need to be in satsang and to hear you.
Yeah, to be reminded. To be reminded?
Yeah.
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 Or whatever. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. You see, even when you don't search anymore, um, the mind can still be very strong, appearing in a strong way. You know it's the mind. Yet, more and more, you surely will not trust what the mind says, and you still feel, I don't take the risk, I still come to satsang to hear it again and again. And it's wise. Now, if there is no satsang, don't worry, you will remind yourself. Yeah. And it's no more called reminding, you see, it's just... Yeah.
Could staying as this hinder you in any way to be kind? So, is it possible to staying as this that you won't be kind or you won't be loving?
If we could stay like that,
Like
loving and kind.
no, sorry, like as in to stay as a self. I don't know if I should use that word, but to stay as a self. Like if we stay as that as opposed to as a person, could that hinder us in being kind or loving?
I don't know if I understand. You ask if a person could remain always loving and kind? No, what?
He's asking if abiding in that would hinder you from being kind or loving.
Ah, in that way. In that way, sorry.
That's okay.
You are too good English, probably. I don't know who you are, but... Okay. What? I don't know. Hoping so, But you know, when I say hope so, because it's a wish, of course, it's a wish in the human to be, let's say, compassionate. I don't know. But there is no fixed image also of loving and kind can be like that, but it may appear also differently. So I don't know. I don't know. And tell me, why you have this question?
Because it's like so detached. It's like something doesn't care about the world.
Okay.
Um,
You know, everybody will express differently. It is your right. If you are with this temperament, you are with this temperament. Don't worry. You know, some known in the history of enlightened ones, it's a way to speak, some were looking like really helping, some were saintly, some were completely remote, and still they were inspiring. It was not them as a person, it was from where they lived. That inspires. You see? So don't worry about the appearance. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a focus coming from inside? Also,
Focus.
also, sometimes I'm building castles in the air,
Yeah.
and some of it comes out of the mind. And sometimes I have feeling that it maybe comes more from inside.
Castles are always from the mind,
These are from the mind,
floating or non-floating.
and yeah. But can there be also something coming from the inside that becomes focused then towards something?
You speak of the mind. Everything is possible in the mind. Imagine everybody has of course the mind is the same for everybody, but expresses it in a different way in all these myriads of being. So, I mean,
But when I'm lovingly being pulled somewhere,
you are what?
When joy
Yeah.
or some heart love towards, then it's somehow it feels then it comes from deeper
It's a wave.
within.
Everything comes from your nature. Now, it can be on the way to express, perverted by more complicated and vicious minds. And sometimes waves are just spontaneous waves, a bit more directly, let's say, from the source. And those are the wave of feeling like unconditional love or joy or, this kind of experiences. Still there are experiences, sure, but of different quality, you see. I would say, yeah. So what? Of course, if some seekers are there, they will be more attracted since they search who they are or what's the source of everything. They will be more inspired by people who have waves of, let's say, unobjective, non-objective joy or love, because it is inspiring for their search, than those who are too objective. But what can I say? You see, all this is the creation. Yeah, it exists. So, even if you are visited by, let's say, pure joy or pure love and all that, if you don't know who you are, you will still search. And here I would say, don't stop at any experience. Let it be a looking like pure one, because then you confuse a pure experience for it, while it is just an experience. The quality is different, we agree, but it's still an experience. So you are still busy with time, trying to make the time permanent in a certain way, which is an utopia, impossible. Yeah? Do you understand me?
Yes, I think so, more or less. Yeah.
So whatever you want, whatever you want,
Let
go
things
for it.
happen, and universe, God's universe is evolving in its own way, and I'm
Okay, you are happy like this, so just be happy.
Once, for some years ago, you told me, and somehow it came up always in my mind, that to come to satsang is the biggest tapas.
Mm.
And I always look after in the dictionary what is this tapas.
It's not the Spanish one that you eat. Penance, penance. Oh la la. What did I say?
For me, I could translate it like fire. Maybe it's not the right word.
Yeah, but it's better. Fire. Okay. Fire. Let's go for fire.
Okay. And I have to say that still on the personal side.
You are not burned. Still there are no ashes.
That is.
You put too much wood. Then the fire continues.
That's the problem.
Oh yeah.
That I wanted to say. I wanted to say what is the wood, because this summer, okay, that's the problem, that I put too much wood.
Yes. And the wood has a shape of senses, yes. Feelings, and thoughts.
That's what I do.
Must be. Must be. It must be.
And I should stop with that.
If you are happy like this, you know.
No, I'm not happy.
Okay. 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 But no, just to see the image, and
I
just to see, oh, I was doing that. I was entertaining somebody having more and more fire
Yes.
because probably something comes out of that.
Oh my God.
No, something comes out when the one who has the fire disappears.
But to finally arrive to that, okay?
Yeah,
I
but you
was
will
sick.
never stop. The mind will always say it's not enough, it's not enough, a little more beyond. The mind. Don't trust the mind.
Thank you, Ted.
You know, once upon a time in one search, one image can inspire to give fuel towards the search, the direction of the search. And at some point, that itself get questioned. So when it gets questioned, it's over. It did its job up to a certain point, and to be liberated, you have not to keep anything with you. So just like a big wave of the Ganga washes the whole thing. Yeah. Ah. Oops. Sleepy. Samadhi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There's just in the story, I had a experience of being prior, and that everything like you said earlier, everything arising from who I am. And yeah, everything was coming from that, but it was and also there was a knowing that was freedom. There was but also at the same time was great fear. And so it's just it's like
Doesn't matter.
a layer of that, which
Well, why should you? First of all, if you went with your mind to this is freedom, which will be uttered, some say, or finally I'm free, or whatever. The mind will probably sometimes express. You should not listen. And if you listen, then next thought, fear, you will listen.
yeah.
That is the thing. Just know what is the mind. The mind is whatever was not there before your mind was not telling, I'm free, or this is freedom. So it's a thought. And a thought, if you keep one thought, there is a train of thought attached to it. It's the law. It's like that. So that's what I say for a split second. Because you see all what you described that happened in a split second.
Yeah.
For a split second, you just keep alone with yourself. Whatever happens, even if you suddenly have a cramp, don't do anything. Yeah, you have a cramp, you don't go there. Because this mind will invent anything to keep you. He's arrogant, you see. He wants to be the master. Doesn't matter. For next time, you know. That's it. One learns his lesson, and he learns his lesson because it's very painful to have spoiled occasions when it happened. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, the mind has fear, but he has nothing to do here. You already are what you are. What the mind has fear? He invents anything to trouble you.
And satsang comes back and it says, I know I can't stay here. I know this is an experience. So that's another distraction, because the knowing that's there, that I'm prior, doesn't need anything else.
I know, but you don't do anything with that knowing. If you do something, that's what I say, then you make it a thought and all. Even if this knowing comes, which is natural, something will come, some expression will come. Or even silence, but then you say it's silence. So one has to be very uncompromising here, you see. That word applies here, radical, uncompromising. Split second like that, then after you have no fear, you don't care. You don't search. Yeah. You see, the mind, yeah, prior, of course. Prior because the mind compares with his experiences of before, and so it's prior. Okay, but in fact, once you are no more impressed by whatever your mind says, it doesn't mean anything. Prior, what does it mean? There is what then? Two realities, one prior, one not prior, one illusion, all that is really the fantasy of the mind, which makes one sick. Otherwise, it's so much more. It cannot be gripped by the mind because it's too simple. For example, this prayer, I don't think it was heard before Nisargadatta, because before Nisargadatta everybody was speaking of beyond, beyond, beyond. And so suddenly you said beyond, what beyond? And it's always there. So prior is more a better indication. But then if you repeat, now it's so known, it's prior, it becomes also useless in a way. So it was very good at that very moment, but now it's true. When I saw it for the first time prior, really, it stopped my belief I was enlightened. Because I thought I am consciousness. So I saw prior to consciousness. Oh my God. You see, there is nothing wrong to have this experience of I am consciousness, for example, but it's an experience. So it will lead you at some point where the experience vanishes, is no more so alive. And then what, you see? Then, of course, you wonder, then you start to investigate again. So, yeah. Papaji said it's a non-event. It's wonderful to say that. But then you see, now when it is taken as a concept, then some people say, oh, but it's so boring. Of course, in the mind, if there is no event, it's very boring. So you see, things you hear about this subject has to be taken as an arrow. Once you take it, okay, boom, you don't take the same arrow after. Or you forget and then, okay. But otherwise it becomes something again. Mm. Yeah.
Why does it seem like self-inquiry into it somehow lessens the person's influence?
You know what's a person? Generally, it is a bundle of experiences, knowledge, ignorance, concepts, all that, feelings, senses, isn't it? It's a full building, it's a full universe. So it is taken as a platform of, from there, then all the world exists. So that person will question eventually what is in his universe. Now it can happen that he has a question or someone strikes him while telling, do you know yourself? Suddenly it doesn't fit the question, objective questions in general. or the objective experiences and findings even. So in that way, there is also a way, as there is a way to come from you to explore and dig outside or inside, for example, in all these therapies and psychoting, it's all inside. Now there is a way also to know yourself. Know, is there any background? Go and see if there is any background to all this. And in that way, there is an investigation, means whatever which appears to you, you are aware of an experience or a feeling or an idea, you say, it's not it. It's not what I am. It's an aspect of it only. So, for as I want to know I am, I will not stop at any aspect. So, there is a kind of neti, not this, not that. To unload the person, surely, so he gives up a lot. He gives up a lot. Well, that is towards the goal is, in the end, this I who is giving up a lot, so it becomes like a more naked I, goes back to its source. That is the investigation. The direction is that, the source of I, which is with the question, but it can be expressed in different ways. Who am I? You see? It can be expressed in different striking ways which roots out the mind. Yeah, that is the investigation.
When would you stop inquiry?
It stops by itself. You have not to do anything because the doer disappears.
So keep inquiring?
Huh?
So shall I keep inquiring?
Yes, please, if you like. It depends what you want in life. What do you want? What is the essential thing before dying? At least you have achieved something. What could it be? There are many things, but one could be essential, no?
Yeah, this.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. So if it is liberation, sure, go on. Just knowing that, in fact, you investigate because you still believe in your mind. Otherwise, what you search, you already are it now. Now. You see, I don't know if you have that experience, but if you ever have ever a cat or a dog, if you love them, you really look into the core of their eyes and you just see there is no difference there. There is no I and no cat or dog. It's all the same. So whatever your mind, in which whatever state it is, you are it already. That is already here. I am that. But if the mind is still strong, investigate. Up to is so exhausted that it gives up himself. But you know, I don't say that the investigation is the only path. It's the only path I know. Some people have different paths. That's it? Hmm? That's it. Okay. That's it. Thank you.